Go on, Clive, drop on in. That's a superhero entrance if I've ever seen one. Yeah, y'all better back the off.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Oh my god, Sid said that. Oh, I just got goosebumps. Clive, you are a badass. Holy shit.
Let him play with the kitten.
The kitten?
They brought a pet.
That ain't no kitten. That's a full-blown cat. Republican War Panther. Wakanda forever. What's new, pussycat? Oh, oh, oh. What is going on, YouTube universe? This is Zirra. Ladies and gentlemen, don't mind the pause screen, but we are back at it again with more Final Fantasy XVI. Sit back, relax, it is game time, and prepare for some very somber shit, because the last episode was a fucking emotional roller coaster. We're in Kosnice.
Finest silks from the master weavers of Randalar. Come.
We have, unfortunately, lost Sid. Sid is dead. Oh, I still can't get my head around it. He was actually becoming one of my favourite Final Fantasy characters of all time, and he lost his life. And part of losing his life was protecting Clive. He definitely went out a hero. It just fucking sucks that we lost somebody so early. They look a lot older. I wonder whether we've undergone a time jump here.
Might I interest you in a potion, milady? Perhaps a soothing
Jill
salve
definitely
that takes
looks
away-
older than when we last saw her. Only an episode ago.
I'm sorry. I wish you well, but may the mothers guide you.
It would make sense if this was a time jump, given how the last episode ended, which if you did miss that episode, or any other episodes, you can check out the series playlist I've got linked in the description of this video, but Kupka delivered on his promise. He absolutely destroyed the hideaway and majority of its inhabitants. It is 5 years later. Picking up the pieces, Year of the Realm, 878.
It's good to see you, Sid.
Sid! Clive's picked up his name.
What have we learned?
Oh, that's giving me chills a little bit.
The bearers are locked up in an old courthouse on the edge of town. And I hardly need tell you who is there to make sure they stay that way.
Kupka's private guard.
It's a trap. And not a very good one at that.
Another? What does he hope to gain from this?
Probably still looking for me.
Captives free before nightfall.
You do nothing of the sort. Our comrades didn't give their lives for you to get your throat slit in a god's-forsaken slum.
So those in the courthouse should be left to suffer.
That's not what I said. I simply meant it doesn't have to be you who frees them.
But it does. Because that's what I do. I mean, that's what Clive does, let alone what Sid does. Come on now. Think we're going to leave them behind?
Damn it all. You're as stubborn as the old Sid was.
Damn straight I am. It's just good to see Clive's living on Sid's legacy. And obviously still fulfilling the plan that Sid set out to fulfill.
You're Sid now, and if anything happens to him, we're finished.
Okay. It's very befitting as well that we are now the new Sid, because Sid's final action, as he took his last breath, he transferred the last of his dominant energy into Clive, which tells me we're now going to be able to wield the power of, you know, lightning, just like Sid could. That excites me for combat.
Please, we don't know anything. You have to believe us. We'd help you if we could.
Oh, you're going to regret that, you
You're
asshole.
helping us already.
Forgive him, my lord. He did not mean to offend.
Quiet, you!
No sign of Hugo.
I'll wager he thinks as highly of his minions' traps as we do.
Then this should be easy.
Don't hurt us. I beg of you.
Quiet means quiet, branded scum.
Go on, Clive. Drop on in. That's a fucking superhero entrance if I've ever seen one. Yeah, y'all better back the fuck off.
It's going to be all right. I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Oh my god, Sid said that. Oh, I just got goosebumps. Clive, you are a fucking badass. Holy shit.
Summon the others!
Oh, I'm ready for this.
Safe.
I had a feeling this was going to pop up. The power of thunder. We can use the icon Rama's powers.
Sid dies here!
No, he doesn't. As you can see, yes, I am still using the combat accessory to help me chain my attacks together. While some of you might think that's a little bit cheaty, with all the powers we're now wielding, now we're jumping between Rama, the Phoenix, and Garuda, so...
How many are there?
You all just ran into your deaths, you silly bastards.
Titan sends his regards.
Flames of Rebirth. Yep, that cleared out most of the room. I'll stand from afar and shoot some fireballs. Let Torgal jump in and give himself a piece. Get wrecked. Who's next?
Enough of this! Let him play with the kitten!
The kitten?
They brought a pet.
That ain't no fucking kitten. That's a full-blown cat. They've been giving that cat some steroids. Holy fuck.
You've done, Sid.
Those things are fast.
We'll have to be faster.
Yeah, not fast enough, Jill.
Too slow.
The Republican War Panther. Wakanda forever! I'm loving these lightning powers. They're hitting really hard. So it's official now. Garuda so far, although like in design, Garuda was phenomenal. As for the abilities we can learn for Garuda, I'm finding them probably the least useful out of the bunch. As I go Super Saiyan to chop this fucking cat to pieces. Already got the cat down to half health. That's fantastic. Garuda's abilities are good for crowd control and for damaging multiple enemies, but considering we have the ability we've just used there of the Phoenix, that does crowd control just as good. This kitten isn't proving too much of a fight, gentlemen. I think you underestimated my power. What's new, pussycat? Oh, oh, oh. It's been defeated. Is that enough for a level up? To kick off the episode? Level up, baby! We are level 24. Kick and goal. Told you, you done fucked up. Who else wants a piece?
To hell with this.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I don't know whether to call him
tell
Clive or
Hugo.
Sid. I'm going to keep calling him Clive.
There's been more than enough bloodshed for one day.
Out of respect for Sid. It's okay, you're safe. You are welcome. Excuse me?
Murderer. All of our friends are dead because of you.
Really?
You hear me? They used us as bait. Bait to lure you out of your stinking hole, all because you couldn't just let things be.
What are you even doing here? We never asked to be saved. Did you think we'd thank you? They'll never forgive us. We're all marked now.
Or maybe next time I'll leave you to get fucking beaten and killed then. You ungrateful fuck.
5 years we fought to secure a better life for our kind. To see that we are treated as equals. Do you not want that?
What we want is to be left alone. Every time you show your faces, it is we who suffer.
It's all right. I'm sorry.
Don't apologise. But just know, next time you guys are in a pickle, you guys can get fucked. That's all I'm saying. Good, or get the fuck out of here.
Just leave us be. This is our home, and this is where we'll stay.
Right, enjoy the beatings and the floggings.
Sid told us this wouldn't be easy. They'll come round.
Fucking hope so.
If you say so.
We should go.
Didn't take Clive for an optimist. But hey, always good to kick off an episode by getting your hands dirty. I need to go home and have a shower and clean all this blood off of me. So that's where the hideaway used to be. So what is this now? The hideaway again, but it's in a different place. Amongst the unfading remnants of ambitions long forgotten, do Clive and his companions forge a path for a better tomorrow? I like the sound of that prelude. How does it look? Benumere.
That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know.
He's referring to the Mother Crystal.
We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today. Yet the boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
When Sid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free. Free to choose our own path. I honestly don't think it mattered to him if that choice was right or wrong. Only that it was our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy. And I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Ride's over, lovebirds. Home, sweet home.
Are we on the water? Is it an island? Like, where are we at here? We are on the water. I can dig it. The hideaway. definitely a location that's going to be harder for enemies to get to. That's for damn fucking sure. Home sweet home.
Otto was asking after you. Let's go and see him.
Thank you.
Never a dull moment.
Back, Sid. Finish with that log so we can call it.
As far as protagonists go, especially in the Final Fantasy franchise, Clive is right up there for me. With the likes of Cloud and Titus, he's... Funnily enough, in the comments of one of my previous Final Fantasy episodes, one of my friends commented on the video, Maxi, and he mentioned that there's always an emo kind of aesthetic to Final Fantasy protagonists, and the more I think about it, the more he is dead on the money.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to...
Tell me looking at that haircut, Clive doesn't listen to My Chemical Romance in his spare time. That's all I'm saying.
Worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Seems that there's somebody else in the map room.
There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
I wonder whether we're going to get introduced to new characters that have joined this hideaway. It's been 5 years after all. I don't remember a Vivian.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Depends on what you teach, baby.
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Pray tell. I'd love to know what's happened over the last 5 years.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind.
So that's what the Holy Empire was doing while Kupka was banging down the door of the hideaway.
Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
Me. The answer is me.
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Who does this bitch think she is? I don't even know who this Vivian was until I met her, and now she's gonna turn me into some fucking glorified fucking delivery boy? The reading table. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. Okay. The Republic's play. The Republican army marches on the Empire of Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return. Love, Gav.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget.
Jill has quickly become his voice of reason.
Because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
Does he still have the phoenix feather that dropped when Joshua saved them?
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima.
There's a little flashback of the previous episode, ladies and gentlemen.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
You better not have put a roofie in that, Jill. Try to take advantage of me while I'm passed out. Actually, better yet, I hope you have put a roofie in there, Jill. Please, have had it.
Without mother crystals.
We have to stick to the plan that Sid set out. Destroy the mother crystals, and although it's going to take magic away from the world and dominance will be more at risk, it's going to create a world where people live by choice, you know? They're not forced to live a certain way anymore. Oh, look, there's Joshua. Looking very fucking dapper up in the Northern Territories.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
I can't wait for Joshua and Clive to actually be back together face to face again. It's now been 18 years since Clive last saw Joshua.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to...
I was just about to get my sex on up in here.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
That's what Clive calls his penis strategy.
She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very
Yeah.
well.
I'll make a little bit of a mess when I'm finished as well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh. I'm sorry, Jill. But there is a gathering storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
And I must see to it. Let's go speak with Otto and see what he has to say. I'm not happy about it. Oh, do you like the look of my new sword, by the way? It is imbued with the magic that Sid passed on. Love the aesthetic looks of all the different swords. I'm just a little bit disappointed that we don't have clothing options like that.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. But now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Nothing different to what I usually have to do, Otto. Nothing different in the slightest. So we have been tasked with finding the curse bearers, which, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do in tomorrow's episode. For the time being, because as you can see there, it's going to take us probably to Martha's Rest. Correct. Tomorrow, we are going to head to Martha's Rest, and we are going to hopefully locate Martha and bring her back home, because she's been pivotal to this story. She's been pivotal to Sid's story, and we don't want to have anybody that we have come across and developed a relationship with to fall under the grasp of the Empire. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, do me a favour, hit that like button down below. As I said at the top of the video, series playlist in the description, help yourselves. Hit that notification bell before you leave as well, so whenever I upload, you guys get that ring-a-ding-ding to let you know something fresh has gone down. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here, and as always, I will catch you guys next time. Hit subscribe, you bastard.